What the fuck is a Pan-African?
I don't know why.
And his mission is to build a school.
Naughty Network.
I don't know why.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yo, appreciate y'all tapping in. Now go on, like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Rumor Naughty Network.
Identify as a multimillionaire. We back with, some more Wack 100 content. What's going on, y'all? And Wack was live and spin the block. Make sure you follow all the rules on the 100 sides. The content over there 24/7. Now Wack was talking about that boy Dr. Umar Johnson, the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey School for Boys that never opened up, and what the F is Pan-Africanism. Dr. Umar purchased a closed down school in Delaware and said it only needed a few things. HVAC, painting, needed to be ready to go. And those few things are major. And we do understand that it takes time. But how much time? Come on, man. Please click the items directly below the video and it'll take you right to the Illuminati shop. But like my bro said, I reserve the right to be wrong. And like I say, I identify as a multimillionaire.
Rumor Naughty Network.
Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Go ahead and get active down in the comments. You can hate if you want. It's all love, yep.
And communities life around. That's what is good for black people to do with self-determination. There's other people that have spoke on this as well. My only thing is we should all be in unity and unison and understanding. That's what we need. Excuse me, and I don't mean to curse. I got anger problems sometimes.
So that's what African internationalism is, like self-determination.
I mean, if you want to it seems like you on some kind of mission to discredit
I'm trying to
the term African. You don't know enough. You don't know. The problem with this is you don't know enough about Pan-Africanism in itself to even question something that evolved out of Pan-Africanism. I just told you it has evolved into this.
No.
Started as this, going back to Kwame Nkrumah, Malcolm X. That's why Malcolm X went around Africa visiting every African president. Well, you think he was over there just taking pictures of zebras? No, he was over there meeting with political leaders. Why was he meeting with political leaders? Do you know? You don't even know enough about Malcolm X to understand for me to explain the difference between the two. You gotta go back and get your original education for me to properly politically educate you on what I'm talking about now.
Can you break it down for the stage? Like if we needed cliff notes on the growth, because I didn't hear.
So we could do simple questions, and I could explain what I'm saying. But the argumentative tone, when you don't even know what the hell is going on, doesn't help anybody listening.
Can I say this, and I'll just leave, and I'll let you go from here. The reason why I've asked you about that term was because you said that it evolved from Pan-Africanism, and we said that Umar he self-aggrandized and made himself the leader of Pan-Africanist movement, and he's standing on the shoulders of giants who came before him, who stood and created the movement since the 60s and the 70s. Now, just asking a question. And then
all right, Pan-Africanism was around.
Let me just finish, and I'll just be quiet. The reason why I asked what was the involvement of Pan-Africanism to African internationalism, because the person who taught me about Pan-Africanism, Dr. Malefi Kente Asante, is the person who signed the bottom of my degree that says African American Studies from Temple University. I never heard that. So when you say you don't know what I know about Pan-Africanism and what it relates to as an African American in America in the inner city and this Africana or African internationalism, I'm a little bit well versed. I'm just trying to figure out where and how does that pertain to us in America. But I'm gonna be quiet and I'll let you give everybody cliff notes. But I just wanted to let you know I do kind of know what you're talking about. I'm a little well versed. I didn't just read a book. I don't know what Malcolm X is. I do know what he did. I knew who he met with. So when you say or just think that you're talking and spitting rhetoric, because the person that doesn't know that, if you want, I could dig somewhere when I go home and dig my degree out. It says African American Studies. So I'm not talking because I got a mouth. I know what's going on here, but I'm trying to figure out we're sounding like two fools if you cannot tell me what does this do for the black man in America, African internationalism. I'm going to mute up and let you go from there.
So you don't gotta give me the white speak. I'm not white. You don't have to try to sound smart using the tone of a Caucasian. Okay, it's all right, brother. I'm proud of you. I'm talking. I'll let you mute up. Bro. Let me talk.
What this is, because you told
I'll let you land. You got an issue with letting me? I mean, come on.
I don't have an issue. I just want you to.
All right, you go ahead and talk. I'll wait.
I just want you to
All right,
start.
so you done now?
No, I just want you to
Oh
start at
my God.
African
Go ahead. You
internationalism.
go ahead.
We
I'll take my
understand
turn.
because it seems like this is a pattern with you. When someone asks you a question, you seem to go around an entire circle just to get nowhere.
How can somebody answer a question while you talking? You got that degree, but
I wasn't talking.
they didn't teach you. Did you learn
Yesterday
Robert's Rules of Order while you were getting that degree?
I do know what Robert's Rules of Order is. That's
Then
nothing new.
state the first law of Robert's Rules of Order.
When Cap asked you what was your name mean, you went
Cap don't have nothing to do with you.
like you're doing
Cap don't have nothing to do with this right now. Stand on your own 10.
I'm on my 10. Again, African international. I'm gonna shut up. We can let you go. Go ahead.
All right. So let's start off with Pan-Africanism first, so we can answer this question. Pan-Africanism was around long before the 60s. We can go all the way. It really has its roots in Marcus Garvey, and you could even make an argument that W. Du Bois, his thought process of the talented 10th theory and all these things boiled into that. That's why he found himself over in Africa eventually, right? But the whole point is, from that generation to the next, to the next, to the next, this thing has evolved. Okay? If you want to know what Omali Yeshatella is saying, I can make it so simple for you. I gave you the platform already. But the number one thing involved in that is what I gave you an example of: self-determination. We need to determine our own destiny. We need to control our own economics. We need to educate our children. That's one aspect that Umar is making ahead of his fight. The education aspect of it. O'Malley Yeshatella is saying we need to address all of them. The community policing issue. We just had an issue in Chicago where, maybe like 2-3 years ago, they was calling to defund the police department. A lot of those African internationalists was behind that. Fred Hampton Jr. was a big part of that movement. He's still in Chicago fighting for the same movement. If you're not aware of this, Fred Hampton is a let's just say him and his mother, Deborah Johnson, which is Fred Hampton's widow, are big partners with Omali Yeshatella. I can call these people right now and have them come in here and explain what you want to know. But I'm just telling you, and if you don't want to accept it, you can have all the degrees in the world. But if you haven't sat at the foot of these people who actually doing the work, you talking about a degree you got from a university. You need to go to St. Petersburg and get you a degree from down there. Or you need to go over there with Fred Hampton Jr. and sit down at his feet. His father gave the ultimate sacrifice. But I'm going to stop you right here. You need to read Blood in My Eye, because if you haven't read that, I don't even know why I've been talking to you all this time.
King John, his degrees don't got nothing to do with the question we're trying to, because I want to hear this too. The question is, how did it evolve? You went to W.E. Du Bois, then shooters in Chicago, and now you're talking about his degrees. I'm really trying to follow you.
I can't. The thing is, the good thing about I can't make somebody comprehend. What I said it evolved into African internationalism. If he's asking how, I'm telling you it evolved because of Omali Yeshatella. His studies, his work that he took directly from the Black Panther Party.
Right.
He is the leading thinker and speaker on this subject. He's published. He has a newspaper, I think it's the Burning Spear, that he puts out every week. You can look these things up. How has it evolved? I think that answers that question. Now I don't know if he just.
Are you saying this person made it evolve? That's what you're saying? This individual.
Yes.
Hold on, you ain't gotta yell. Yes. I'm asking.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm just telling you to answer your question.
Right, got you. So this individual person has helped this evolve. Okay, I got you. Because I wasn't getting that at all. I kind of figured we was in a circle, or maybe
that's how we first started. Yeah. That's how we first started, though, Larry. That was the first thing I said. But he's got a degree in it, so he should know this. They didn't teach you about Omali Yeshatella in your African American Studies class that you paid all that money for? That you so proudly so you wasted your money because you didn't learn about all African American movements then.
Is you saying Uptown is challenging you? Is that what's going on?
No, it's just sometimes I've had this conversation before with people who give credit to institutions like let's just say that's an institution that's not controlled by African Americans.
Oh,
We work there, but he's trying to stamp his knowledge on African American politics or these political movements from a white institution in a sense. When there's plenty of information that I have not heard him mention. When I mentioned O'Malley Yeshitela, it sounded as if he wasn't familiar with him. He hasn't admitted that he was or wasn't yet.
so
And again, has he read Blood in My Eye by George Jackson?
I'm still waiting for the definition of African internationalism. I still haven't got it. You name it, all these people. This is why nobody listens to black scholars in general, because we sit there and have these conversations. We sound like two fools, literally. I just told you where I got my degree from, and you.
I mean, if you don't want nobody to listen to me, that's fine, brother. That you ain't stopping me, but you need to keep studying.
All these people you name, Bobby Seale, you need Fred Hampton, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, you need boys. You done named them all, but you still didn't tell. You even named Wack. You still didn't tell me what African internationalism is, bro. You still didn't say it.
So what did you think I was talking about when I gave you the platform for African internationalism? Did you comprehend that I gave you the platform? What the platform is?
A theory that explains the world as well as the place and futures of Africans in it. African internationalism recognizes that capitalism, born as a world economy, has its origin in the assault on Africa and the global trade in African captives, as
hey,
well
uncover
as
your mic, Uptown. It sounds like you're underwater.
as well as the European onslaught on most of the world. So that's the definition of African internationalism. So now that we've got there, and you said it evolved out of Pan-Africanism, I'm asking you, what does African internationalism do for the 30-year-old black male in America in an urban city? What does that do for him? We are talking about a concept that means nothing to someone that has nothing in their pocket. What does that do for a person that has no other options? Why are we talking about it? What does it mean to the black man in America? Let's even dumb it down. As a black 18-year-old in America, fresh out of high school, what does African internationalism do for them? And I'm going to mute up.
So did I speak on community control of economics? Did you hear me say that, brother?
So you don't have. So basically, you don't have to be an African internationalist to be self-determined, to have self-empowering economic empowerment. This is what we said.
I'm not saying that. See, two things can be true at the same time. You're saying that, right? You can do all these things on your own. Actually, you can go create your own, brother. You can go create what you're trying to do is put words in my mouth. I didn't tell somebody they have to be an African internationalist. Look, brother, I didn't tell anybody they have to be an African internationalist. All I'm talking about the things that this ideology espouses about our community. So when you ask the question, how does that affect the 18-year-old with nothing in his pocket? They're teaching these 18-year-olds to get up, educate themselves, start their own business, or work in another business in the community to lift yourself up. Control your own economics. And then we tell it.
So that's African internationalism, because I heard Booker T. Washington said cast down our buckets years and years ago. So
a lot of these ideas aren't new. I've said that several times.
He was a pacifist. He wasn't a Pan-Africanist.
Yo, I got a question, right? What any of these 900 you mentioned doing for anybody today?
They ain't doing nothing.
So what the fuck is the conversation about?
So I said,
I don't know. This was about.
Want to talk about a bunch of mother y'all read about? Because I don't know what is this? What the fuck?
I was trying to get to the same
Wack. It's real simple. This was about Umar.
Like talk about a bunch of shit that y'all read in books that don't equate to a mother thing.
This is about Umar versus O'Malley Yeshitela. That's all.
What really? Any of them doing?
That's how we
okay, what is it? What do they do for us?
At least Umar trying to do a school, right? We know that.
Why you think he's trying to do a school?
Well, his whole thing was addressing mental health in the community with with black boys, them
Why do
being
you think he's
behind.
trying to do in school?
If you want my personal
Why do you
reason,
think he's trying to do in school?
I think he's trying to help the
Money.
community. He's saying he's trying to help
That's
the
what you
community.
think? Then you slow.
I have
That's
some,
what you ain't with
I
me,
have suspicions, but I can't prove them.
bro.
I'm not going to sit here and say, but yeah, I don't want to put the accusation on him in public
What do
when I
you
don't have no
think he's trying to do? Why you
proof.
think he's trying to do in school?
It could be for money, but I can't
The
prove
money
that.
has nothing to do with it.
Well, what do you think, man?
I definitely think he's taking his platform. What can I do with this? And I got a little following. I'll build a school, and maybe I can do another one, and maybe I can franchise out and do another one. Then I can start getting the funding, or make myself this, and then the people coming to the school, I charge them this, then I salary myself this, and there it go. And now I can say I'm giving back to the community.
Hey, the
That's
school
crazy because
count.
he
The
definitely
school
said
not
he
coming,
want more
bro.
than one school. He said
Bro,
he
the
wants
school
more. He
not.
definitely said he wants to make franchise that school. Once he makes one of them, he wants one in every region. That's crazy. You said that.
Hey, but
Okay? I
he
just
turned
told
down
you
help
that,
though.
and I don't even follow this. This is basic fundamentals of business.
Man, that's a scam, bro. He's supposed to did that school 10 years ago, bro. Like he don't want to
Hey,
equip no more.
why? Hey, beloved, not to cut you off. Why you say it's a scam? I'm just asking.
But because this the thing about it, people just wanted transparency. People offered to get a free service because he asking for $1 million and like, bro, that's not gonna pay the staff. That's not gonna do nothing. How you gonna pay? You asking for $1 million, bro, for a school, and you talk about taking it? Like, it's not even logical. Like that's not enough money to fund a school, bro. It's not. It's not even a logical amount of money to ask for. Then you want it straight out the community. You cussing out old ladies because they don't want to keep donating. Because people just asking for transparency. Record everything else. Why he ain't recording that? It's been 10 years, bro. And I done donated, so I feel like I could talk on it.
I
Nah,
ain't donating shit. I don't know that.
nah. I got caught up,
He
back
said, "Be
like,
hurt, bro."
maybe like 10 years ago.
In this Dr. Umar y'all talking about.
Hey, have y'all seen the interview he did with Lord Jamar? Lord Jamar, father-in-law got a school. He was trying to hook Dr. Umar with. He ain't even want to do it. He turned down all the free help. Plumbers tried to offer free services. Teachers tried to offer free service. Every time somebody like, okay, we'll do this for you for free, he'll be like, nah, I got my own people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got your own people, but you asking for money.
Oh, so y'all think he's scamming for the money, and he gonna use the money for his own personal use. Basically, what y'all saying.
That's what he been doing.
Well,
The
there's been
nigga,
accusations. They got him in strip clubs. I mean, just
yeah,
different that's came out.
Have he put out a breakdown of what he did with the money yet?
no, no,
Somebody
Oh,
went
so
through
it's
his
no
taxes.
breakdown yet.
Well,
no.
they
He got
did
this.
two
He bought
years of
this
his
school.
taxes.
Okay, he got this school in Philly. At first, he was gonna build a school from scratch. That's what he was supposed to do, build it from scratch, some land in Virginia. Then that didn't go down. So then he bought this school in Philly that's like being renovated for like you can go look it up, bro. It's like it's the same school been the same way for 3-4 years. Ain't nothing advanced.
Got you.
Honestly, he probably could have got something way smaller and been already started with the
Right.
amount of money he had.
Bro, that's what we
So,
kept saying, bro. Get a trailer, do something online. If you really care about the community like that and you trying to teach, nigga, you can get a trailer, you can get a building inside a building. You ain't gotta have no whole
So
campus.
so so
You know what
so
I'm
you
saying?
don't think $1 million is enough to start off with a small school, like a
No, he
charter
got a
school?
big school. He don't want a small
Oh,
school.
this
That's the
a
thing.
big
He want a
school.
big school.
He don't. Again, the reason he say he don't want the charter school is based off of his curriculum. He can't get a charter. He can't get funding based off the curriculum. No school is going to allow you to have all one race school with all one race of teachers. That's segregation. There's no way you can ever get funded for that. So it's not because he don't want the funding. It's because he can't get it based on
Hey,
his
but
rhetoric. Even if he wanted,
you can't be picky when you broke. You can't
but
be
this
picky
is
like
I
that
don't.
when you
I
broke.
I mean, you got people out there that can be picky. I mean, I'm not sounding like that because you got some they don't give a fuck how broke they is.
I believe the way his initial thing was, this is based off no personal context. This is based off what I've seen on TV. He tried to buy a failing HBCU for pennies on a dollar. Somebody beat him to it. He tried to buy all these different schools and he never got a chance to buy it. He bought a school in Delaware for literal pennies on a dollar. I think he put it in 800,000. The school was like probably a $5 million school. Got too big. He got a whole block, 2 schools on one city block in Delaware. And he working on one school. What I believe, just from how I would do it, he paid for that school and he's going to flip one of them for a profit, and then he's going to open his school once he gets a profit.
Why I'm saying, why not document the cool? I'm cool with all that. That's what I'm saying. I'm cool with all that. I just wanted transparency. No, listen, this is what I'm saying.
Two big ass yellow buildings.
No, listen.
You got 2 big yellow buildings.
Okay, listen, but this is what I'm saying. I'm talking about the transparency. That's all. Like niggas document everything else on social media every day. You show you going to bookstores, but you ain't documenting this process. You will show a school every blue moon you out there sweeping up or something, but you not showing nobody. You just selling niggas a dream.
Just because you got a good idea don't mean you're a good businessman and you organize. That's what we really talking about.
Right, exactly.
His execution is lacking.
Oh, well, but if y'all don't believe in the idea and the business of the person behind it, why y'all get your money to?
Because this been going on for 10 years. This ain't new. Like
so
this.
You was on the
I was on
the first part.
Yes. At first I want. At first
money ever.
What does that matter?
I got caught up in the Sinetta dream.
You need to do what these others doing and go persecute Sinetta because he's the one putting him in front of you. Did y'all sign any agreements when y'all sent these donations?
No.
Did y'all sign an agreement that he would give you transparency? He's no different from a homeless man with a cup in his hand. He's just asking for you to give him the money. If you give it to him, that's your fault.
I ain't tripping about that money. I get it, but like $20. That ain't, I'm just trying to keep other people.
So for $20, he's supposed to show you his bank account?
Bro, that's the same that he said. He told the lady, you only donated $20. You don't got the right to ask me about this. Come on, bro, don't do that.
Exactly. He told the old lady that
money for food. Are you going to watch them buy it?
The homeless man isn't offering to do something for the community and claiming to be a leader in the community, bro. So when I give a homeless man $5, he do what the he want to do with.
So this the thing. You got a black son. Is your intention for your black son to go to Umar school?
Bro, you get hey bro.
It does not matter if we're observing about right or wrong.
If you got
bro, you get
if you got a black son and you donated thinking that you was gonna get a school out of it, that you're the only people that can complain.
Hey, bro.
If you had no intention of sending your kids to that school, you just donated $20 for no reason.
Bro, you getting too emotional. He get too personal with it.
You're not informed on what's going on. You said you donated. He bought a school in Philly. That's wrong.
No,
that's part 1, 2, and 3. You donated. He bought a school in Delaware.
I can't talk. Hey, this why I don't come out the mic, y'all. This why I don't come out the mic.
Yeah, let him land this plane.
It go like this every time.
Man, if that man ain't nobody finna bag that, bro.
Oh God, like why y'all niggas getting y'all
feelings, crazy, bro. Nigga. Yeah, like doing a back and forth about y'all little shit. We let y'all come in here and do y'all little shit, nigga. You getting all emotional.
Nah, he was emotional. He wouldn't let me talk. I'm just because I'm saying I ain't gonna keep yelling. That's not being emotional, like so. Just keep yelling over the nigga.
To yell, that ain't on no big mic.
I ain't looking for no nigga to save me though. I ain't looking for Dr. Umar to save me and my kids.
I mean, he said something to make you want to donate. He gave you some type of feeling in your body that you made. That you want to send to the school. It's a reason you sent your $20.
Just like the preachers do, man.
I'm telling you, already have acknowledged that's a chink in his armor like 15
I said
times.
That was again. So
what are you arguing?
If that was my first statement saying that the only thing you can say about this man and his platform is trying to help black boys go from school to prison pipeline and developing mentally stable black boys, taking them away from miseducation and over medication.
And that school ain't never gonna open up.
And if it never do, guess what? Then he's gonna always have to deal with someone saying, "Where is the school? Where is the money for the school?" But if he gets those doors open, then what this what Wack just said.
It's a
He's
big
never
if
even
at this
talked to them.
point, though.
How's a big if? The nigga got 2 big yellow schools. Like, where's the if at? Now the first it was what did you do with the money? He just showed you. He put the money he bought the schools. Now he has to put the infrastructure for the school. He's telling you, I'm one nigga. And to open a school, being honest, it does not take one person to open a school of that magnitude. Schools have board of directors, board of trustees. You have to have
So
infrastructure
you
for
might be
principals.
wrong.
So
But these are all the things. See, the things you describing are all the things that he refuses to do. Everybody knows that.
Exactly.
That's why people try to come and help.
He turned down everybody who tried to help.
Because he's saying that y'all not on his.
Maybe he don't want the help from the people that's sending the help. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the people that's sending that help.
These is black niggas, Pitbull.
Oh, okay.
He want their money though. He want their money, but he don't want their help.
But everybody that's black that's attempted to help, they might not been on the same program and want another issue out of it. Again, I'm not the man, so I can't really sit there and argue for. That's why I said I would love to get him in the circle on the 100 side with the cat or with the Wack, so he can have these conversations where y'all can do it.
I got it.
Like, I'm Umar. I'm not Umar.
I got one. I'm gonna send to you, my nigga. It's like, cause this like a decade, my nigga. This is documented.
So whatever he doing. I don't take nothing away from what he doing, but I don't. Y'all saying his mission is to build a school. When you just say Pan-American,
Pan-African.
Is that
Pan-African?
So what the fuck is a Pan-African?
Basically, he's saying he want to build a school for black people by black people, learning about black things only.
Why is it European. Called
What's the Pan-African?
Pan-African is placing Africa at the center. Everything in Africa. Everything
I ain't with that. I'm American.
You said it for what? You not
I'm American, bro. You need to take this back to Kenya or something. Go to Africa with that shit. I'm American, bro. I don't need to be taught nothing about Africa. You know what I'm saying? I'm American, bro. I need to learn the American way. I need to learn how America works, how our banking system works, how our communications work. You know, that type of shit. You know how our sports work. You know how our hospitals are set up. Our transportation channels are set up. You know, that's probably why I ain't getting no funding.
That's
talking about you want to build an African school
it's all
in America.
That's why he can't get the funding, because his curriculum is based on antiquated thinking. You cannot get any money.
How is that going to help the children over here?
Again, that's his play, but I know he can't get no government money, because you're talking about opening a segregated school with segregated teachers. You can't get $1 from not state, nickel, dime, city, or government.
Okay, where he grow? Where he from?
He's from Philly, so I'm sure you hear that. Most
get the fuck out of here.
And that's what make it bad.
Philly more on the African school. I didn't heard it all.
North Philly had that. And then if I tell you the real deal, that's not even his real name. So, and you really people really think it's a scam when you get to the nuts and bolts of it.
I'm telling you, we went through all that. Now that's exactly what I said. His thinking was antiquated.
Trying to start an African school in America to teach the kids African ways, so when they go into America, they'll be lost. I mean, I hope I summed it up.
I think he's going to offer classes to be on par with like curriculum. Not saying they ain't teaching math, science, and all that other stuff, but he putting an African spin on it. Because it's a school in Philadelphia that did the exact same thing, but they was a charter school and they took charter money. It's called Imhotep. So what they did, they started.
Yeah, but they had a curriculum.
Yeah, they had a whole curriculum, but the curriculum was predicated. It wasn't Pan-African curriculum. It was traditional curriculum with a small African spin on it, and the kids had to wear dashiki. They got their money, did what they did. They went for, and it's crazy because that's what people talk about the trailers. They started off with 4 trailers and ended up with a $40 million school because their football program became good because they took those steps.
If you know you ain't got the funding, why you keep giving release date?
All right, and to you, if that's stupid, why would you donate to it then, beloved?
I didn't know not to agree with it at first. I was like at 18. It's like 10 years ago.
Hey, Wack, do you know where he first debuted this school at?
Now, where is that?
On the Breakfast Club. He first expounded his idea for this black school on the Breakfast Club.
That's cap.
How?
That was before
he
wasn't even as big as he is now when he did school. He was like on Sinetta back then.
Talked about his black school when he was trying to buy St. Paul's College on the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne.
How much was the college for sale for?
I got it. I'm finna go get the video right now.
How much was they selling the college for?
The college for sale was like $1 million something.
It was a couple million, yeah.
He had a whole little presentation, and
somebody bought it.
Somebody bought it. He wasn't able to buy it. Somebody else bought it before he could get to it. Cause I think he didn't have the funds to get he didn't have all the money.
It's sold for $2.5 million.
How you know?
Lawrenceville. The pension benefit guarantee, of course, sold the campus, St. Paul's College to X0 Educational Investment Corporation. It sold for $2.5 million. Lawrenceville, is that Georgia?
I think it was Minnesota. I thought it was St. Paul, right?
St. Paul.
No, it's in Virginia, Southern Virginia.
St. Paul's campus. So it's over $2.5 million. So let's see. At 23%. So he would have needed $575,000 closed escrow on that.
And the problem would be how would he pay the payments on the loan?
He'd have financed $2 million, which probably would have cost him about, back then with that rate,
300 maybe.
No. His note would have probably been about.
It would have been a little bit more.
No, his note would have been about a month. He'd have financed $2 million. The rates back there about 3-4%. He probably would have ended up somewhere about $13,000, $14,000 a month. Well, that's $180. That's $180. So like, it'd have probably took him another $1 million to float it 5 years, and then all he had to do was go in and get a construction loan. But they may not give him that based upon
what he was talking about doing.
I don't know.
If they ain't showing you what they doing with the bread, man.
Everybody, because he want to control everything.
Yes, sir.
He does not have an organization. He has himself. And he doesn't want to do business. He just wants it to be him. As long as he wants to stop it him, with him, he gonna have an uphill struggle with that. That's what it is.
He trying to place himself at the forefront and say forget everybody else, the people that's already doing the same work, you know. And then you end up not even achieving the goal. When is we gonna be able to come together and get something done?
That's why I say I'm American and I do business with Americans right there. Y'all can keep focused on when we, and I'm gonna keep stepping over there with everybody and keep pushing. That's what I'm gonna do.
You ain't had to drop the mic, man.
Definitely sound like you dropped the phone. Don't look like
y'all just still brainwashed. What they been talking about for 100 years? That ain't never worked. But let me tell you what I know has worked. The building of America. And they put it right here. They say, hey, you can come in here and get this. You can go in there and get that. You can get proof of this. You can get proof of that. Okay. We gonna do it. Black man. Are you American?
It's time to get a piece of this pie.
Okay, so you're American. So why you just don't go do the business?
And there you go, we got another one done. Wack 100 on Umar Johnson and the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey School for Boys. And what in the world is Pan-Africanism? I was aware of Dr. Umar and his practices before his popularity as well. I knew about the idea for the school, and as much as I felt like it was a wonderful idea and even somewhat of a necessity at the time, I never donated. Not because I didn't believe the vision, not because I didn't believe in Dr. Umar, I didn't know enough about him. But what I did notice is that it was just him. It was one man trying to do this grand idea, trying to put off this grand idea all by himself. All the concerns they had, all the questions that they're asking all these years later, I was wondering then, who's gonna teach the kids? How will you feed the kids? What about paying the staff? What about transportation? What about after school care? What about security? What is the process to make sure your staff is qualified for teaching? And if your curriculum differs from that of traditional schooling and you're only offering 2 grades at a time, where does my child go when finished with your program if you don't cover fully K through 12 and you're not accredited? Now my child may be forced to take the placement test that you already said were rigged, and your only plan for funding was leaning on people that you know can barely provide for themselves to provide for the entirety of the school the entire time. That's your only plan for funding. The only way this project is going to be launched is if undisciplined people somehow discipline themselves, see the bigger picture, since you said that there was never going to be enough funds available to open the school, only enough to purchase the school, and the idea of the school being open is what keeps you sending money, which funds my lifestyle. Now, as much as I reserve the right to be wrong on this one, I was hoping I was. But it's been a lot of years, a lot of donations, a lot of talk. The school still ain't open. God. I really appreciate the support I've been getting on this channel. We're growing real fast. Every like, every comment, every subscriber. This is what I need you guys to do though. Click any one of the items in the merch shelf directly below the video, and it's gonna take you to the Ruminati YouTube store. There's something in there for every budget, from stickers to all over print hoodies. And if you really rock with the different thumbnails you can find on this channel, then get to the Ruminati shop ASAP to get your Wack 100 approved Ruminati official Wack 100 novelty merch. But like my bro said, I reserve the right to be wrong. And like I say, I identify as a multimillionaire.
Illuminati Network. Like, comment,